So we have another conundrum today. A non-issue, honestly, something that really shouldn't be an issue, yet somehow became an issue because clout. Anyway, when it comes down to things, we have a VTuber who basically went on to Brave Bengals. You remember that artist that we talked about a long time ago? Remember them? They were good. You should also go follow them. But they basically did a post a long time ago where they was like, you know what, if you want your character looted to get effed, then go ahead and drop them down. And that's basically what happens, you know? That's basically what ended up happening. And I ain't gonna lie, even I threw my character, Miss Sara Tomei, down there, so just waiting for the day that she getting plowed, honestly. But anyway, when it comes down to things, not everybody was so keen, apparently, about their character being looted. So much so that they decided to play victim, and then blame the artists because that's their fault and whatever. It's almost some they didn't agree to it. Even though you literally put a post down there for it, and you literally went out your way to just actively do that, and then you deleted the tweet your damn self, and then you victimize yourself, and then try to blame it on someone else. It would not be a problem if you decided to just delete your tweet and then said nothing about it, honestly. But you deliberately put it down there knowing full well what it was. Or maybe you didn't, maybe because you can't read, but you put it down there knowing what it was, what type of artist this person is, and then you have the audacity to just blame them. It's like if you won the lottery and you got the cash, and then you end up suing the gas station where you got the lottery ticket from because you didn't want to win. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why? You have the money. Why do you care that much? If you didn't want to win, honestly, you could have just easily threw the ticket away or just ignore it. And here's the thing too, that kind of is annoying as hell. This is a 32k follower account, right? Something that a lot of people cannot necessarily say they have, even, you know? It's something that a lot of people would like to achieve, my ass included, right? So when it comes down to things, the fact that already that you are in a decent or maybe in a somewhat better position than most people, and then you getting things that a lot of people would like to get themselves and have chances that you possibly have, and then decide to say no, I don't necessarily need it, or decide to just basically go out of your way to say no, you don't need it, and then blame something else for what you did and what you decided on doing. It's honestly bonkers to me. It doesn't necessarily make any type of sense. Like, I would love to be in her position and then just have a bunch of art of my characters and stuff like that. You don't know how much I really want that, do you? And honestly, when you have like a post like this where Brave Bingo is talking about, you don't pull out, honestly. And if you do, you have to just delete it and don't say anything about it. There's no reason for you to blow it out of proportion like you did, honestly. It doesn't make any kind. It doesn't make any kind of sense. Like, and then plus you gotta think about it too. Like, you don't think anybody else is gonna lose your character without your consent? Like, it's on the internet. You're on the internet. It's just like how we talked about Jane Animation a long time ago. You're on the internet. Surprise, surprise. Someone's gonna think that stick figure is high, and someone's gonna bust a nut inside of that. It doesn't matter. It is a character. It is, yes, it might come from you, but it is still a character nonetheless. It is still, a fictional piece of art nonetheless. And whether you like it or not, people will draw your character. Even if you didn't even put it down there might have been a chance that some of your fans might enjoy your character to the point they want to bang them 100%. So it does not matter. And at the level that you are at when it comes to content creation, or when it comes to your followers on Twitter and whatever, it is at a point where you're gonna start probably seeing stuff like that a lot often. You're probably gonna see a bunch of stuff like that, honestly, as more as you continue to grow. Something I dream about and something I really, really want for myself, but probably will never get it unless I go to the damn Midnight channel and honestly advertise my ass there. But honestly, when you start growing, there is no stopping whatever happens when it comes to people. It is what it is. It is a fact of life, and you have to accept it. Yeah! Anyway, when it comes down to things, if someone were to come through and be disrespectful to you, or like, whatever, then I can understand voicing a complaint then. Like, if they did something wrong to you, 100%, that's absolutely fine. I can understand why you complain then. But like, but still, when it comes down to things, that didn't happen. And so, when you did pull out, and then you did go out your way to just be like, yeah, they didn't have any consent, you essentially gave them consent because you put down your tweet down there when no one forced you to. So again, it's stupid. Again, and all this really does, again, is just give you clout. That's essentially all this really ends up doing. Because let's be honest, most likely Hirohei and Roses Desu and pretty much any other person that covers news is gonna be probably talking about the situation, and then she's gonna be blown up even more than she ever had before, and possibly making the artist look like ass. Or maybe making the artist look pretty damn good. Who knows? Who necessarily knows? But somehow, in some way, she still get clout nonetheless. And that's basically what this ends up going down to. Again, someone in your position that has way more than I have, and way more than majority of people that have things, honestly. And then you decide to do and pull stuff like this. What this does, honestly, it just tarnish the name of what you have and make people not want to deal with you or trust you in a way. Even if you did get clout, there will be still people that wants to mess with you, but still, it's still hurting you, right? It's still a lose situation. It's still a losing situation. Sure, you might win something, but you're still gonna lose, right? What's honestly more valuable? The clouts of random people that you don't necessarily know that will come through anyway? Or honestly, the valuable friendships and relationships you can have with artists and people and connections and stuff like that? I think the latter is a lot more valuable, honestly. I hate when people of high numbers and powers and connections do things like this, because it's just like, oh my gosh, if I was in your position, or if literally anybody else in the lower ranks was in your position, they would do so much better. You should be, honestly, leading an example for people to follow, to not necessarily be assholes, because we have way too many of those type of content creators anyway. Be a better content creator. That's basically the entire point of all of this, honestly. Which, speaking of which, if you want to draw my characters or me, then go ahead and feel free to do so, because I don't necessarily really care. The more fan art for me, the better for me, honestly. That's all that matters. But when it comes down to things, that's basically all I really wanted to say when it comes to this. So hopefully you did enjoy. Hopefully you did understand where I was trying to come from with this. And if you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification ring out. Also follow me on the socials and you like to done the channel, Patreon, and the merch is available. Until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. How about that?